Hello, my name is Lindi Haws of Love the Day, a site dedicated to DIY parties and printables, and today I'm so excited to share with you how to make this gingerbread holiday wreath featured in the 2020 Michael's Holiday Lookbook, and also these coordinating gingerbread houses. Here are the materials you're going to need for this project. You're going to need an oversized embroidery hoop. This is the largest size that Michael's offers. You're going to need the printable template for the gingerbread house. You're going to need an array of ornaments in textures and sizes, a bunch of pom-poms that you can either make or purchase. You'll need a bunch of trim. I've got some pom-pom trim and some mini trim. You'll need some little itty-bitty pom-poms that are also at Michael's. You'll need some buttons, some paper straw. You'll need a hot glue gun, and you'll also need some ribbon to hang your garland. To get started with the project, you're first going to need the template for the gingerbread house. Where you find it is if you go to lovetheDayShop.com. You can head over to bundles, or it's actually just right here on the home page, this gingerbread Christmas bundle. Go ahead and purchase this and it will land right on your desktop. Here it is on my desktop. I'm going to double click it. I'm going to double click on this gingerbread houses. Press print. I'm gonna go ahead and print those. Once you have your gingerbread templates printed, we're going to start cutting them out. Now the template comes with a gingerbread house that's small and one that's large. We're going to use the large template for the wreath. Now that your template is all cut out, we're going to fold along the white lines to start kind of framing and building this house. Now that the pieces are folded, you can kind of see how this is going to fit together. This flap here, I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to start gluing this piece to the second piece right here. It creates just kind of like a box. And now we're going to glue this last flap to the house. And then put the roof together. Kind of hold it for a moment with the glue so it takes shape. And then this last piece. Now that we have our gingerbread house all constructed, we get to do my favorite thing, which is decorate it. I'm going to start with the roof. So I have two paper straws, disposable straws, that I'm going to use right here at the angles. I'm going to glue them on first and then I'll cut them. Okay, and here you can leave them a little longer if you like. I like them short the size of the roof, so I'm going to cut right up the top, right up the side. There we go. I designed these gingerbread houses with a few features that you can accent with pom-poms. So I'm going to add a few pom-poms to the gingerbread houses where there's already polka dots to kind of give it some dimension, to give it some personality. I found these little pom-poms at Michael's. I'm using a red, white, and pink color scheme, but really you could make these any colors that you like. I'm going to turn these flowers into big white pom-poms. The door, of course, needs a button. I'm going to add some trim along the side. Then I'm going to add a pom-pom on the top. This one needs actually quite a bit of glue to get it to stick. All right, we're finished with our house. Now you could stop here and make a whole gingerbread village if you want to put on your mantle or your piano, or you could continue on to make the gingerbread house wreath, which is what we're going to do now. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your oversized embroidery hoop, and we're just going to start with our house. And as you can see, this hoop has a really wide base. What we're going to do is we're just going to glue this house right onto the embroidery hoop. Now it's a little tricky and it takes a lot of glue, but it's really durable. It sticks really well. You do have to hold it for a bit. Now that our gingerbread house is firmly adhered to the embroidery hoop, this thing isn't going anywhere. We're going to start building the wreath around it. And what I'm using is, like I mentioned before, is a bunch of pom-poms, ornaments in different shapes, textures, and sizes. You can use whatever works best for you. I'm going to start building by adding some pom-poms and some ornaments in all shapes and sizes. Right, now that you've put all your pom-poms and your ornaments, the last thing you're going to need is a bow. And I tied this before. You can tie your own bow, you can buy a store-bought bow, but of course make sure you add the pom-pom in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and glue that on, and then we are finished. And there you have it. You have your gingerbread wreath and your coordinating gingerbread houses to decorate your home this holiday. Thank you so much for crafting with me today. Hope you come back, and I hope you all have a wonderful, happy holiday.